it's also clear that nature is organized in a series of levels. If you look at the small level, then you have subatomic particles in atoms, nuclei and electrons. And then you have molecules which contain atoms in the molecule. And the molecule is more than the sum of the atoms. The water molecule is more than the sum of hydrogen and oxygen. And then you have crystals, which are more than just the molecules. Ice is more, especially a snowflake with this beautiful six-fold symmetry, is more than just hydrogen and oxygen atoms, or even more than just water molecules. And then when you get to living cells, the cell is more than the proteins and DNA and lipids and things within it. And a tissue is more than just the cells because it's got more structure and organization, and organs more than the tissues. An organism is more than the sum of its organs. They all work together harmoniously in an overall form with overall purpose. And then a group of organisms, like a flock of birds or a hive of bees, is more than just individual animals. It's the whole unit functions together. And then ecosystems, and then planets, and then solar systems. A solar system is more than just planets and the sun. They're all working together. And then a galaxy made of stars is more than just a bundle of solar systems. It has a structure, a pattern. So everywhere you look in nature, there's levels of wholeness more than the sum of the parts, and each of the parts is a whole at its own level. And so that's basically the holistic worldview. And there are certain properties that wholes have, that all wholes have at all levels. They're always more than the sum of the parts, and the wholeness somehow organizes and coordinates the parts so they work together harmoniously. So that, I think, is the basic way nature is constituted. And when we look at it that way, then we can see physics deals with very small wholes, atoms and subatomic particles, and basic forces like gravity and light, and also with very large things like cosmology, the cosmos, galaxies, stars and stuff. And chemistry deals with sort of bigger wholes than atoms, molecules and ions and crystals and things. And biology deals with living wholes, from bacteria and microorganisms up to the most sophisticated animals. So I think when you look at it that way, it's easier to see how things fit together, and it's easier to see how there's a common pattern to the way everything's organized. And we're used to it in when I was a child, I used to write those addresses, our house, our street, our town,
Yes.
Nottinghamshire, England, the United Kingdom, Europe, the world.
The outer spiral arm of the Milky Way. And so
Yes, yes. So, every child understands that this sort of, and each, the higher level, isn't just arbitrarily a higher level as if some level's been arbitrarily promoted, so it's in charge, like a kind of someone who's jumped up, a dictator or something. It's a higher level because it actually includes the lower ones. The solar system includes all the planets within it. And, a tissue includes all the cells within it. It's not, so these higher levels are inclusive levels of organization.
Welcome to Rethinking Education. Education's critical friend.